Let us not beat up around the bush, right? Let us get straight to the subject. My name is Maria. It's been a long time I don't record, right? A lot of things have been going on. I've been in the hospital. I was hospitalized. My heart was failing maybe like 3 times after my last video. Been hospitalized, told not to smoke. Been out of work in my same job. My boss never fired me. He kept me there. He understood my situation, and people love me. I'm just a lovable person, very huggable. Anyway, let me shut up. All those things happened in my life that I was separated from YouTube, and I was avoiding YouTube for a while just so I could build myself. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. But my apologies for not being on YouTube for so long. Now, this is not about me. This is about relationships. See, there's a lot of relationships that are not working. There's a lot of people miserable in relationships, bitter in relationships, wonder what they're doing wrong, that everything is coming out wrong for them. I'm not going to touch that phone because every time I touch that phone, something happens. Anyway, I'm going to let you in a little secret because I'm 45 years old. I've been there, done that, made that same mistake. If you come into a relationship and you're broken, shattered into little pieces, and you didn't give yourself the time and the space to work on yourself before getting into a relationship, that's what's going to happen. You're going to get into a relationship expecting for a person to be there for you, to be the one to pick you up, to lift you up, to fix you up, to put all your pieces back together again. And that's not going to happen because that's not what relationships are. Our relationship is not to create you. Our relationship is a love ball. You're inside this little ball, and there's love, and then there's working together, building together. So when you come into a relationship and that person is already all set with their life, and they got things going on for themselves, and they're doing things, they don't want to stop themselves and what they're doing to now have to build you, take all those years to build you, to then go back to who they were, because time is precious. Time we waste is time we never get back. That's why parents always tell kids, do not get into a relationship unless you're ready. It takes a lot of work. You have to love you. You have to appreciate you. You have to build you. You have to connect to you. You have to create you. You have to put your pieces together. Your pieces together. You have to know how to make you happy. You have to know how to do everything for you before you could get into a relationship. Because then, if you do not love yourself, everything in that relationship is gonna go wrong. It's just gonna go wrong. The love, if you don't love yourself, you cannot love somebody else. In other words, if you don't love yourself, the other person, they could sense that. They know that you don't love yourself because of how you treat you. So because of how you treat you, but you're trying to treat somebody else better, a person gets that. They catch that vibe. It's in the vibes. It's a vibe that we throw out there. Okay? You're not taking care of yourself. You don't care about yourself. You're dragging all day. You're breathing hard. Everything bothers you. You're so depressed. You're so stressed. Little things like this drain you out. You can't deal with nothing. Everything is just too much for you. People know. That means you don't love yourself. It's simple. You don't love yourself. That's what it means. It doesn't mean you're tired. It doesn't mean anything. It means you're miserable. And why do we get miserable? Because we don't love ourselves. If we break up with somebody and that relationship was a bad relationship and we didn't give time to work on ourselves and build ourselves and do all these good things that we expect other people to do for us, We come into a relationship to damage somebody else. We damage ourselves more than we are, and then we're going to damage a person that was not damaged. And people don't like that because they have a lot of things going for themselves. They got dreams, they got plans, they got goals, and now they got to deal with uh, that. That doesn't look good. It makes people look weak, confused, like they don't know what they want. And when you act like that, yes, it's gonna work out the first days. The person ain't gonna know where to put you, and they're gonna be doing all these things for you, and then it becomes a habit. And then you see that you're getting all these things from the person, so you're gonna continue the habit. It becomes a continuance, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it. And at the end, the person is going to be like, wait a minute, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing all these things for this person, and they're still miserable, they're still bitter, they're still stressed. So, you know what? No matter what I do, it's going to work out because they're miserable still. So that means maybe I should put a stop to it and let them go and let them be happy and find somebody else. And that's really what happens. You understand? Because you're telling them that no matter what they do, it's not working. You're still hurting. And that's the bad thing about acting victim. When you act victim and you act like everything around you is a load on you, you really are not focusing on a person that is giving their best and trying their best to build you. You want someone to build you, but you have someone trying to build you and you're still miserable. You know why you're still miserable? Because you didn't build yourself. You cannot expect someone to make you happy if you didn't make yourself happy. You cannot expect someone to love you if you didn't love you. And you cannot expect for them to believe that you love them because you don't love yourself. And these are vibes that we throw out there, and they know. You think they don't know. Ah, they don't know that. She talking bullshit. She don't know what she talking about. What is she saying? It's true. The way you present yourself says a lot. The way you act says a lot. How you spend your whole day says a lot. The I can'ts for minor things say a lot. It says seeking attention, need attention, 911. A person who does that constantly is a person who is empty. See, I be quiet and I don't be saying shit. But I know a lot of things. And a person that act like a victim is attention seeking. And once they start getting the attention, they do even more to get more, and more to get more, and more to get more. And it becomes a habit. And they repeat it and they repeat it and they repeat it because it's all about them now. It turned into them. And that's not good because you're giving someone else the key. Here, baby, do whatever you want with me because I don't even know what I want. Do whatever you want with me. It's okay. I give you that permission. Here, take it. Do whatever you want with me. And that's ugly. It's ugly because there will never be trust in the relationship. Number one. Number two, there would always be arguments. Number three, you will never be happy, but the other person is miserable as hell now because they got to deal with someone who's miserable. Number four, it will never work out. You're putting a load that doesn't belong there and that you do not really have. And you do not really have it. You cannot expect what you cannot give. If you don't give to yourself, you cannot give to nobody else. And nobody else could give to you. Nobody make us happy. We make ourselves happy. People in relationships constantly say, he don't make me happy. He don't make me laugh. He doesn't love me. He doesn't show me love. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do this. And we No, you overlook the good things they are doing for you. People do not love the same way, they love different. That's one thing we all have to understand. People love different. There's a man that will buy his girl roses every year, but there's a man that will take his girl out every year. And then there's another one that would rather just have her to himself every year. If every man loved the same way, it would be the most boring world. Let me tell you that. People focus too much on the I don't have. Single people, for instance, don't have. They don't have a man to wake up to or a girl. They don't have roses or dinner dates. They don't have the love making. All that we have is go to work, come back from work, be alone. And we're not complaining. And people who have that are always complaining about what else is missing. There's more missing. No, 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 no. It has to be like this and like that and like this and like that. No, it doesn't have to be anyway. Love is love. A person will show you who they are, and you show that person who you are. We do not get with people to change people. We do not change people. They are who they are, and we are who we are. We cannot expect for them to buy us balloons and make it decorative and creative and put all this emphasis if that's not the person they are. Maybe another dude would be, or another girl, but not the one you're with. The one you're with shows you in a different way. Let's go out to eat. Let's do this together. Let's watch a movie. Or let's relax. Or let's go for a drive. Or let's go to the park. Like that. Not every man or every woman love the same way. Relationships are a serious thing. They're not a game. They're not a fantasy. We're not in Cinderella or Snow White. Whatever you see in other people is not what you're going to get. People love differently. You expect for that person to love you like this. Why are you not working on loving yourself? Love yourself, respect yourself, build yourself, heal yourself. Put your pieces together, and then you know what you're worth. And when you know what you're worth, that's the vibe you're giving out to everybody else, and that's how they're gonna treat you. It's that simple. We cannot make ourselves victims. Once you drop down low into the victim personality, you're allowing someone to use you, abuse you, control you, manipulate you, and do with you whatever they want. You have to love yourself so deep that you respect yourself. Nobody can do that for you. It has to be you. Everything has to come from within us before it comes from out of us. It's just the rule of life. Now, love you very much. Any questions, leave them below. I would answer them very happily. Namaste. May God be with you. Love you all.